talking about healing and talking about being here and talking about hope. And just very briefly, I want to say something about each one of those, and I'm going to start with healing. And I want to remind you that, again, we're talking about really big stuff and also about little challenges in our life when things don't turn out the way they're supposed to. And one of the most significant things that we have to do when something awful happens, big or small, is we have to be willing to grieve the loss of either what we had or what we thought we were going to have. And you know, when someone close to you passes away, it's a process. It's a process of saying goodbye to someone. And there's different stages we go through, denial and anger and sadness. And we go through all those, and eventually we come to a place, not that we're ever completely done grieving, but we get to a place where we can move on. And the closer the person was to us, the more significant the relationship, the longer that takes. But eventually, we find a way to move on. Well, in thinking about that, I started thinking about the fact that when we find out, oh, we're going to have to do with fewer people on our team, or a budget cut's going to come along, or this way of doing things that we've been doing, but we've always done it this way, and somebody says, not anymore. After we want to smack them, one of the things before we jump into, all right, this is the way it's going to be, we got to be here and we got to do it, I think one of the things that can be useful to do is to grieve the loss of the way it was. To be able to get the group together and say, absolutely, the way we did it, we liked it, we were used to it, it worked, it was awesome. Remember that time? It was good. And then bury it, because it's gone. And finding sometimes even a little ceremony where we're going to go around and say, you know, this is how it was going to be, or this is how we were excited that it was going to be, and it's not. So let's talk about how we thought it was going to be for a while, and then say, okay, but that's not true anymore. Because now what we have to do is we have to get to here.